Now, Activecampaign is one of the best email marketing software out there. Let me explain to you why. Welcome back to today's video. My name is Dominic, but before we get started with today's video, be sure to hit subscribe, turn the bell notification on to get notified on when I next upload, and also leave a like on today's video. So Activecampaign, it's a software that I've been using in the past month, and for me, this is the software that really stands out in the email marketing world. I feel like it's far better than ConvertKit, far better than GetResponse, and far better than Mailing Boss, which is part of Builderall, which is the platform that I was using for the past 2 years. Now, this platform, whilst it will initially start off fairly affordable, if you compare to any of the other platforms, it starts off as affordable. But as you do grow with your subscribers, it does cost more. But that's kind of inevitable, and realistically, if your subscriber list grows, the very likelihood of your income growing is high. If your income's growing, you can afford to pay for a more expensive plan. So that's not really a stressful point of view to worry about, because you know that you'll always be able to afford it, because your email list will grow. As long as you're doing your marketing right, you're going to make money. So I'm going to go over some pros of why you should be using Activecampaign in comparison to any other software that does email marketing. Now, extremely powerful automation. Imagine you've got in your head that you want to do something in a certain way, right? You have this whole idea of how you want to run your email marketing. Let's say through affiliate marketing, whatever. There are so many different combinations for your automation. If you think in your head, the likelihood of you doing it is very high, because Activecampaign, I can happily say, masters all of automation workflow, master all the combinations that you'll probably think of, and probably all the combinations that you would want to do on other platforms, but you can't. With Activecampaign, you can. Now, let's say you're doing your affiliate marketing, right? And Bob goes through your sales funnel. He goes through the whole process, and you put him into a year-long sequence. Cool. After that year-long, let's say during that year-long sequence, he doesn't open up 4 emails in a row. You then put him into another sequence that would perhaps target him in a better way. But let's say he was opening up those emails, but he wasn't clicking on any of them. So he wasn't clicking on any of the links, for example. You then put him through another sequence, and then on different behavior attributes, or depending on what he does click, you then put him through another sequence. So Activecampaign has this huge amount of automations that you can do. Now, they have an awesome way of doing it. It's like a blueprint. So you basically create like a blueprint of what you want, and then that's how it's all done. On other ones, that you would have to kind of do it in a more technical way, and that can get very confusing if you're doing a massive automation workflow sequence, whatever you want to call it. Now, the next one is thorough reporting, because realistically, you want to know if your emails are performing well. And I don't want to just know about the open rate, the click-through rate, any of that. I want to know a lot more, because I want to know if all of my automations are working. If I've spent a month building automations for my email list, and I'm only knowing about the open rate and the click-through rate, that's not enough for me. I want to know all the details, so that if something is working well, cool, I'll do more of that. If something's not working as well, I want to be able to understand why, so that I can create a new solution for that, and then I can promote through that. Because if I don't know the thorough and detailed statistics or the reports or whatever, then how am I meant to know whether my email marketing is performing correctly? Now, the next one is great deliverability. Now, this is actually quite a big one. Now, I used to use Mailing Boss, which do have a really good deliverability, and I think that the rate, or the percentage, is 86%, and that's quite good, but it's not fantastic. I want it in the 90s. Now, other ones that do have quite a good rate is like GetResponse, which I think was like 90, and ConvertKit, which is 89 from last I checked. But with Activecampaign, they actually have 94%, which is the highest out of all of these platforms. And for me, that's integral to this platform. I would say that's probably on par with your automations, because if you've designed a whole list of sequences, right, and you spent so much time and effort and you want it to perform well, if you're sending out these emails and you don't have a massive deliverability rate and it's not going out to all of your audience, then you feel like, oh, maybe I've wasted time, maybe I'm on the wrong platform. So with Activecampaign and their rate being high, this is perfect for you. Now, they do also offer free migration. Now, so this basically means that, let's say you're using another platform, for example, GetResponse, ConvertKit, Mailing Boss, MailChimp, Sendinblue, then you can migrate all of your details to Activecampaign for free. So they essentially do the whole process for you. And for me, that's a game changer. Like, instead of you doing it manually, they'll do it for you. Now, of course, to any platform, there are also cons. So, for example, there is a steep learning curve. It's very complex, but once you master that complexity, you'll realize, wow, this platform is powerful and this will drive my business or my TikTok theme page or my affiliate marketing to success. So whilst you might have to spend a week, 2, maybe a month learning the platform, learning if it's right for you, but also learning how all the components work, once you've learned it, you'll realize that you're a master at that platform and you're also a master at email marketing. Now, would I say that Activecampaign is for everyone? And no, I would not. It's a complex platform. If you're simply looking for a simple, budget-friendly email marketing platform that does the basics and you're not massively fussed about automations or anything like that, then Activecampaign probably isn't for you. Other things that I would recommend for you, if that is the case, is either MailChimp or Sendinblue. You don't need, if that's your criteria, you don't need Activecampaign. But if you are in a position where you want it to be, you need more complex stuff like automation and stuff like that, thorough reporting, then of course get Activecampaign. Or you might be in a position where you're in the simple route at the moment, but you know that you have like projected goals or projected level of your audience that will grow in the next 6 months, then you might want to start off as Activecampaign in a low subscriber, and then you'll be able to level it up once your subscriber list grows. So if you're in either of those positions, get Activecampaign. But if you simply want the basic stuff, just go with MailChimp or Sendinblue. And that's me being honest. Now, if you want to increase your sales, Activecampaign is for you. Because of their powerful automation, you'll find that with your email list, right, let's say they go through a basic sequence and you're making money through that sequence, but for example, some people, they're not performing as well, then you then put them through another sequence so that you can try and get more money. If they're not making money through that sequence, you put them through another sequence, and you sort of go off their behavior to see what works. And if it's working, cool, you're making money. If it's not working, then cool, you put them through another sequence. You put them through another pattern to see what works and what doesn't. If you're serious about building a passive income, Activecampaign is for you. Realistically, if you want to build passive income, you need to have a really good email marketing platform. Now, before I chose Activecampaign, I tried 2 other really powerful platforms, ConvertKit and GetResponse. I found them to be good, but their automation level and for what Activecampaign offered, Activecampaign just stood out for me. It was like, that's the one I want, that's what I'm getting. Now, I used to use Mailing Boss, and whilst it was good, it was definitely not on the level of Activecampaign. And that's why I switched, because I wanted to really build my passive income. My passive income is good. I make a few hundred to sometimes 1,000 per month, but I want more than that. And because I want more than that, I needed a better platform, and that's why I got Activecampaign, because it gives me more versatility. I run a few TikTok theme pages, I run some other stuff as well, and Activecampaign will just have a much better control on that than I personally feel like MailChimp would. MailChimp, Mailing Boss. Now, to conclude, I would say, without a doubt, Activecampaign is the most powerful email marketing software out there. Now, I've used MailChimp for my clients. I've used Sendinblue for one of my clients. I've used Mailing Boss for the past 2 years. I tried GetResponse. I tried ConvertKit. I tried some of the small ones you've probably never heard of. And all of them had their own good features. But for me, the most complete platform and the platform that stood out from the rest without a doubt was Activecampaign. If you want to try it, I got a link in the description. But to think about it, they've got pretty much every combination for automation under the sun. Like, why wouldn't you want that? Like, just some things I'll read off my phone. For example, triggered campaigns, sale follow-ups, automated segmentation, dynamic email content. There's so many things that Activecampaign does or has that other platforms don't. And even if other platforms did have, for example, GetResponse have a few, ConvertKit have a few, Activecampaign for me, way beyond them, way beyond. Now you might think, Dom, that's quite a lot to take in. There is more, right? Activecampaign, although is a very powerful email marketing software, they also have attributes like funnel building or SMS messaging. Those two integral points are Activecampaign is also a growing platform. Yes, their email marketing is awesome and they're mastered it and they're only making it better by the day, but they also have funnel building. They also have a CRM. You also can set up SMS messaging. There's so much that you can set up that you might think, I might need one day, or perhaps you do need it. And if you do need it, awesome. So for example, you can also set up chatbot automations. You can set up how Facebook ads are displayed to your contacts. I would say it's a platform that is really good for centralizing all of your marketing strategies. Now, a lot of people would say, Dom, email marketing's dead. Why would you even think about wanting to talk about an email marketing software? Like, is there really a point? Because I know that I can make good sales through Facebook ads, and cool. If you can do that, cool. But you could probably make more sales in addition to Facebook ads with email marketing. Think about it. Facebook ads, cool. What if your Facebook gets shut down? Your email marketing won't get shut down. You'll always have your email list. You'll always have it. So you'll always be able to promote to your leads no matter what. And Activecampaign is the perfect tool to do that. But that's today's video. So if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like. Also, hit subscribe and turn the bell notification on so you get notified on when I next upload. If you want to try Activecampaign, I've got a link in the description. And if you want to get started with your own TikTok theme page and make money with your own TikTok theme page, I have a link down in the description. But I'm going to head off now, guys. So take care and peace.